Millions of people use acupuncture to manage chronic issues like debilitating pain and systemic anxiety. Yet the practice seems mechanically illogical, treating internal ailments by inserting fine needles into the superficial skin of the hands or feet. Traditional Chinese medicine explains this through qi, vital energy flowing through a network of meridians. Health is balance. Disease means energy is blocked. But for the modern observer, how do these ancient claims hold up to hard biological science? We now have a biological translation for this ancient system. Researchers have mapped how the philosophy of qi corresponds to modern neurobiology. Understanding acupuncture no longer requires faith in mysticism. It simply requires a look at the mechanics of the body across three specific areas: pain, digestion, and stress. In the traditional view, chronic pain is a stagnation of qi and blood. The classical axiom is simple: where there is free flow, there is no pain, and where there is pain, there is no free flow. We can translate this flow into the stimulation of peripheral nerves. When a needle reaches a specific depth at an acupoint, it physically engages nerve fibers located deep within the tissue. This stimulation triggers a signal to the central nervous system, prompting the brain to release a flood of natural painkillers, endorphins, enkephalins, and serotonin, which modulate how we perceive pain. There is also a localized effect. The insertion improves microcirculation and reduces inflammatory cytokines at the site, physically clearing the chemical markers that cause tissue swelling and muscle tension. Practitioners use points like bladder 23 on the back or large intestine 4 on the hand to activate these specific nerve pathways, treating musculoskeletal complaints like neck stiffness and arthritis. Restoring the free flow of qi is the mechanical restoration of blood flow and the chemical dampening of pain signals. This process provides long-term results by utilizing the body's own internal pharmacy. Digestion follows a similar logic. Traditional Chinese medicine identifies the spleen and stomach as the central organs of transformation. When they fall out of harmony, the result is bloating and dysfunction. The modern equivalent to disorgan harmony is the autonomic nervous system, which regulates the involuntary mechanics of the gut. Acupuncture modulates this system to physically enhance gastrointestinal motility and regulate acid secretion. This forces the digestive tract to return to a rhythmic, functional state. By targeting points like stomach 36, clinical treatments can reduce the symptoms of indigestion, constipation, and irritable bowel syndrome. Treating spleen harmony is the act of restarting stalled digestive mechanics and reducing internal inflammation without relying on external antacids. Emotional disorders are traditionally categorized as a disturbance of the shen, or spirit. This imbalance often stems from liver qi stagnation, the TCM term for the physical effects of chronic stress and anger. In neurobiology, we viewed shen disturbance through the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal, or HPA, axis, the body's primary control center for stress hormones. Acupuncture regulates cortisol levels via this axis. The treatment encourages the body to downregulate, moving out of a chronic fight-or-flight state and into a state of rest. This hormonal regulation leads to mood stability, the cessation of panic attacks, and relief from chronic insomnia. Calming the shen is the mechanical regulation of stress hormones, granting patients measurable physical and mental recovery. Acupuncture operates without introducing external chemicals to suppress symptoms. Instead, the needles directly trigger the body's innate self-regulating systems to perform the complex chemistry required to heal itself. Traditional Chinese medicine mapped these physiological responses thousands of years before the invention of the microscope or modern blood testing. As research continues to validate these ancient principles, acupuncture stands as a bridge between traditional observational wisdom and contemporary scientific healthcare.